Hi guys, Hamza here and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you a very simple tool you can use to remove backgrounds in your images in just a simple click. Before I even begin, it's a cool website called Remove.bg, meaning remove background. The URL is www.remove.bg.com. and look through what you guys I could manage to achieve. Like, this is an image I took, and upon uploading it to the site and removing the background, this is what I got. This is a picture of me one of the afternoons, and this is what I uploaded. This is what I got. And this is one of the pictures I was emceeing at university, and this is the upload. And this is the result. I'm pretty impressed by this result because the software this website uses, it's AI based, and it majorly focuses on the background and the foreground, and it focuses on the foreground actually to do the background removals. So I'm pretty impressed because the foreground of this picture is actually dark if you actually look at my face, and all the way down, and then actually the background is light. And I'm impressed by the fact that they could easily spot my body shape even when I was in the dark, and I couldn't get an error like this because I also uploaded this same picture when I was speaking at WordCamp Kampala, and I expected probably to get a better result compared to this picture, but unfortunately their system sent me a message and said sorry, could not identify the foreground. And here in this picture, since it's lighter, it looks like the foreground is more easy to spot compared to the other photo, compared to this photo. Please select an image with a clear distinction between foreground and background. For instance, try a photo of a person, product, animal, car, or another object. But this image, like I said, for me it looks way more clear compared to this other picture. But again, I'm impressed that this picture could be cropped out and the other picture left out. So the other one is, I tried out this picture. This was on one of the trips I had traveled to Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, and this is what I got, like the original and the cropped image. I mean, these pictures are cropped in just less than 5 seconds, and I'm pretty impressed. But still, after the cropping, you have really to study your pictures and some of the features, because you may realize in the editorial that your picture has been cropped. Part of your body features have been cropped out, or some of the features in your pictures have been cropped out. For example, when you look at my headgear, here is cropped out. All my other fingers have been in one way or the other tampered with the software, so I can't use this result, including also on my sunglasses, so they have been tampered with. So I won't say that the system is really perfect, but for some results like this, I'm impressed. This is a picture of me somewhere in Würzburg, and I'm pretty impressed by the fact that still the background is more lighter compared to the foreground. Their system could easily spot me out, but I'm pretty impressed with the result because my fingers were not tampered with. The fact that my image edges are smooth, so that is something I could also give credit for this software, because I can imagine how long it would take me to just have this image cropped out. The other one I'm also impressed with is this picture, though I also think it was pretty clear and more smooth compared to all the other pictures. Removing the background, this was one of the sessions I was speaking in a local community here in Uganda, and look what I got. Yeah, this is really nice. So I can tell you that this software or this website, their system isn't 100% perfect, but when it gets a really nice picture that is really distinct between the foreground and the background, you really get a very good result. And the other one I'm also a bit impressed with is this picture. This is one of those pictures I took when I was on vacation somewhere in Vöcklabruck, Austria. I am impressed by the fact that this picture is kind of off it's off the grid, like it's not centered, because I was also thinking maybe their AI system looks up for the object in the middle of the photo, but I think that's not it. It tries to identify the main object and then gets or crops out the main object. And the other thing is the fact that it did not only crop out the person in this photo, but it also cropped me out with a bike, because then probably it's like, yes, I need that bike to be visible in the final result, which is really impressive. And also the fact that it tried to phase out the shadow of the photographer here, so the shadow of the photographer, but it failed on performing on these areas. Like it failed to perform on removing the tarmac just within here, like you can see over here, because probably I think the tarmac got to be like it was having some kind of blend with these whatever wires that are within the tires. I don't know their right name, but you know, I know you get what I mean. So yeah, but on the other hand, my shadow just behind the bike was pretty fine. And some of these things are things I think you guys can always, when you have this result, I think then it can take you lesser time to just drag over this picture in Photoshop and finalize with it just with a few clicks here and there, with probably a quick selection tool or a magic wand tool, and have this selected out. That aside, I'm pretty impressed by this tool, and I hope you guys can check it out. The other beauty about this tool is that you can have up to 50 previews, so I can upload up to 50 previews. Previews I mean by uploading pictures and see how the result will be. I can have one picture to download as the final image. Exactly, so I can have one picture to download, which is of a smaller size, and if I try to get the bigger picture, then I'm requested to sign up for one free full image. So the only one I have to preview for download is a smaller version of the big picture. I can only have one download of that same picture, but also if I want to download one full size picture, I have to sign up. So you can do this every other after 1 month, but if you want to go pro and you know, use it for your business, and you have a couple of pictures you have to remove background, they have interesting subscription packages that like here on the free account you have 1 free credit, you have up to 50 free previews, and also via an API. I have to mention that these guys also have really developed an interesting API which you guys can easily integrate into your website, your apps. You can process up to 300 pictures, you know, per minute. The other one is a subscription plan that you can use on a monthly level or even yearly. So for example, you can have like 40 credits. So 40 credits is basically about 40 images. But again, the more images, the less cost per image when removing the background. I have to mention that the interesting thing is if you're on a monthly package and you have 40 credits and at the end of the month they have not, or you have not used up your credits, they will be topped on over to the next month. So once you move on the other month and you only used 20 credits the previous month, the other 20 credits will be moved over to your account on the next month. So the other one is pay as you go. Once you have one image, you want to process it, you just upload it to the platform and then you process it and remove the background and download it and pay about $2. That is something you can also give a shot. I advise that you try with a free account and first process your picture and see the result. I mean, you first come here, for example, select, let me check which picture can I bring here. What haven't I brought yet? For example, this picture in Office. You're going to get back here. Like before you actually go for buying a credit that you want to process a picture for or credits, I advise that you first go and use the free account, the free option, upload your picture, see the result. If you're impressed, then head over and subscribe for the credits and remove the pictures or download the full resolution of the pictures you want. Because if you don't do that, you may find that some results are not impressive. Something like this, where again you have to do corrections and it's going to cost you again more other time, or some results like here on the bike. That's why I advise that you first come and try out on a free version and then you see the results. The other thing I also have to mention here, the platform says 5 seconds, but that majorly depends on your internet connection. And the other thing is the size of the picture, because some images will be in about 100 kbs. Of course, those are processed faster, but you'll also upload images that are over 5 MBs, 10 MBs, and of course those take longer processing periods. So let's see the result of this picture we have just uploaded. Boom. So we are here. So now again it goes back to what did you want to be in the picture versus what you don't want to be there. Probably this software is like, maybe he's only interested in the picture of himself, and they even don't bring the chair, they don't bring the screen, and they just give you this. So if this is what you're looking for, then you go for it. But of course for me, I would not take this picture, because I would have loved, like I have the chair, myself there, and then my screen, and so that I only have the wall behind me and the other chair removed. So some pictures may require that you do yourself the edits, and that's why I ask you that before you go in for the subscription or for the credits, you have to test the software with a series of images that you have and see if you'll get the desired result. So when you go to the download sections, there are actually extensions you can install on your Windows computer, your Mac computer, and even your Photoshop software. Of course, when you get this extension on your computer, you simply just drag over the images to that extension and process those images. But of course, they will not process once you don't have the credits, of which those credits you have to pay them to the company before you use the software. The other one that I have to show you is the Photoshop extension, which is pretty interesting. Like, this is the Photoshop, just like I have it also on my computer. You open up here, download the extension, and have it in Adobe Exchange. Install your, open up your pictures and start removing the backgrounds. So the backgrounds, to start removing the backgrounds, it will depend on your credits that you have with the company. So guys, that's what I had for today. I hope you find it interesting and that now you can remove your image backgrounds in a couple of seconds. Let me know what you think in the comment box below. Let me know if you also find this tool realistic, or that you can also use it in your upcoming projects. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.